Hey guys, we are back with He Say, She Say, the Curvy Killer with Wayne. So our next segment, we are going to talk about paternity tests and child support, Wayne.
Oh, hey.
Do you think every man should have a paternity test done before he pays child support?
I mean, they should, but the problem is these females, they're gonna make it seem like, why you wanna do that? You know you was fucking me. But that's not necessarily true. You know how I know that?
How?
Because I was a victim. I was taking care of a baby for 4 years. Then found out it wasn't my baby. As soon as she got the baby, she moved to fucking Massachusetts because she went go stay with her family or whatnot. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a father. I'm sending money. At the time, I think Cash App wasn't around, so I had the Western Union like shit. And whenever she want to come over here, if I want to see the baby for them to come over here, I gotta pay for plane ticket for her and the baby. Only for 4 years. And then she do dumb shit like, what hand do you write with? I write with my right hand? Oh, because she write with her left. So
That has nothing to do with anything.
Right, no, you're right. And then what let me know that it wasn't my fucking kid is one time I drove all the way down there and I'm looking at the baby and my homeboy, I remember all my homeboys and friends, all my friends was like, the baby got your eyes, your nose, the baby got all this stuff, and I'm like, you sure? But she don't really look like me. All your friends gonna be like, yo, the baby got a finger.
Yeah.
The baby got 10 fingers, so it's your kid.
Yeah.
Because you got 10 fingers too. But that's not necessarily true. And when I tell you her sister, the baby aunt, look at me and say, the baby don't look like you or the mother. I don't know. And then she walk away. And when she said that, I was like, I need to do a test.
Oh, shit.
And she was like, all of a sudden now you want to do a test and all this shit? Did the test. And then I had to go through the whole Maury shit because the same people that did Maury test, them the people I had to pay fucking $700.
Yeah, that shit's expensive.
Because I'm in Maryland and she in Massachusetts. So I had to pay $700 for me to do it here, and then she do it over there, and they put them both together. And then I found out I'm not the goddamn father.
Oh my God.
There should be a system where we get back our money.
I was gonna ask, you didn't get nothing back? You didn't try to take her to court?
Nah.
Why?
For what? Like
4 years, Wayne. 4 years, and you're thinking you had a baby.
And man, I don't want this father.
Yeah.
I'm giving money that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, Carl, I'm paying for daycare and all that shit. And come to find out that wasn't my kid. 4 years.
Yeah.
Goddamn baby, I called me father. I was like, I don't like how she calling me father. Like, why is not dad and shit?
Do you think she was calling somebody else dad?
Well, she went over there and ended up getting pregnant with another nigga. Nigga started abusing her and a bunch of shit. And
she knew you were a good catch. You would be a good father.
Yeah, and that's the thing of being a good father. There's a lot of girls with dump in.
Yeah, opportunists. Yeah, I I took a paternity test for my daughter's father.
But you see, if you do the test and you find out you're the father, sometimes they get angry. Like, oh, you gonna have me do a test? Child support.
Well, I took one because my daughter's father, he's someone who has some money, and it was something we were together. It's not like we were fucking off. We were actually in a relationship, and we both knew it was his child, but we have it on record. So I have nothing wrong with it. Like, I feel like guys should ask for paternity tests so they're not in your situation.
Yeah. On the guy's side, it sounds like that. But on the female side, it's different. How do you feel when a guy look at you and be like, after you know that it was just him, and you got pregnant, and he just, I don't know if the baby is mine because he didn't want to. He's trying to find a way to not having a baby with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't, like, me being a woman, I wouldn't have a problem with it, right? Like, I've been pregnant a few different times, and I wouldn't have a problem if any of the fathers like, I want to test.
And every girl think like that, though. Some girls are ignorant.
You know, too, it protects them. Not just that, by me doing that, my daughter got fingerprinted, and she's on record, and God forbid something happens, all that's already documented, right? So for me, it wasn't an issue. And then, it's just like, well, you are the father. We know that. But too, I guess too, as her dad is a successful person, it was like to protect his assets too, right? So it's only right. I had no problem with that.
I had to ask her, I'm like, so did you ever find out who the dad was? And she's like, yeah, if it ain't you, it gotta be this other guy. I'm like, so how you gonna find him? We gotta go on, I think we're gonna find him on Facebook. And then the next time I call her and I'm like, how'd that working out? Did you find him? She was like, what do you care? And after that, I never heard from her again. That was it.
So then what are the repercussions for a woman doing that? What happens?
Prison! God damn it. That's it. That's the only way. There's no other way. I thought about it for years, and I think it's prison.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
Were you more hurt or angry though?
I was angry, but not as bad because I kind of sensed the baby wasn't mine. It's just my friends was lying to me, talking about the baby have two eyes. That means you have two eyes too, so it should be yours.
Wait.
Shut up! Because the baby you got hair on your head. The baby got hair. And I was like, yo, but you sure?
Oh my God.
It's a different texture here, though. I don't know.
Wait.
And it was just like, bruh, I ended up taking care of it for 4 years.
But you said you sensed. What made you sense that? Like, was it because sometimes babies don't look like one another? Like, when I had my daughter, everyone was like, that's your sister baby. That's your, and then who knows the father? Oh my God, that's his child. But like, what made you sense that?
I didn't felt it. I didn't feel anything.
Like no connection or nothing?
No connection.
Really?
I don't know if it's the way how the mom was carrying it. It felt like
she knew.
Like it was about getting money. And I was just taking care of somebody that wasn't. Man, I was there. I did everything that I was supposed to do. I cut the cord and everything. I was there for everything. I wonder how the real father feel. It's not even me.
Yeah.
Because if anything, I feel more happy that I didn't have to continue all this shit that I didn't feel comfortable with. But I'm like, how the father feel.
Was it easy for you to walk out that child's life? Or she made that happen though, because she stopped connecting with you, right?
She moved, so she wasn't there. She was living in Maryland. She moved to Boston.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes, and I'm a woman, so I could say this, I feel sometimes women can be very vindictive, right? Because I see things certain ways. I feel like as a parent, you should provide for your child. However, that's not always financially feasible for everyone. So providing is mental, emotionally, physically. So I feel like if a father is supposed to, or trying to be there, and they may not have the funds, why would you stop the father from being there? Like, sometimes I feel like as women, we do have the upper hand, because if you think about it, even in the court system, the only time a mother is taken away from the child is if something is really wrong. So the mother could be a whore, she could be not working anything. The judge won't take the child from the mother.
I think the system needs to change.
Yeah.
People shouldn't just be, especially for men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me, you messing around, we fooling around, and you end up got knocked up. What if the guy not financially can afford it, and you still went ahead and keep it, but then later on you want the guy to do all these financial stuff where he can't really afford it? I'm not saying for me. I'll go out my way and try to do the best I can and make sure that my kids are fine because, like I said, my father wasn't really around, so I'm not gonna follow his footsteps on shit. But there's a lot of pressure. I think having a kid it's something should be planned.
Oh my God, yeah, I agree with that.
We all should it should be planned and straight across the board. And I guess if you can't really afford to have kids, maybe both of y'all not even supposed to be. Both of y'all should be wearing condoms.
So that's my whole point, right? Because me being a woman, I have a limit, right? Because prior to me having a child, I had, like, I think I told you, I dated guys with like 5 to 10 children, guys. Like, that wasn't a big deal to me, right? But then I'm just like, me being a woman, that's also selfish because unless, and we know how this economy is right now, right? There's no way a man could take care of 5 children and live comfortably unless he's making over a certain bracket, if I'm being honest, right? So I feel like me being a woman and my expectations, I want to be courted. I want to be taken on dates. I want to be my man to surprise me with things. I'm then taking money out of your children's mouth.
This is the thing I don't understand. You might have go in on it.
What?
This is the thing I don't understand.
What?
A guy would talk to a girl that got 3 kids. And it's no problem because I already know the expense with someone having 3 kids. So if I'm talking to you, that means it's unless you're a dumbass nigga. If you have a brain, you would know that talking to a girl with more than one, it's expensive.
Yeah.
So if you can't afford that person, maybe you should leave it alone. But this is the thing though. We understand that part of it. But what about the girl that know the guy can't afford
That's
it?
my whole point.
And you still, because he laid the dick down so good, you don't want that dick to go nowhere else. So you want to have a child to keep it permanent. Or the nigga may be talking to another person and you're using a child to hold him. These things do happen.
Yeah.
These
of
things
course.
do happen. Like people, there's a lot of there's a lot of no good dad out there, but there's a lot of
my God, yeah.
There's a lot of bad decision moms out there that make a lot of wrong moves on men
I have seen
that don't really, not even a good father. Maybe you should have do some research on the guy that you're getting pregnant
That's
for.
the whole point.
But a lot of people so caught up in they so tunnel vision in certain things where they not really doing their research on the person that they talking to.
That's my whole thing. There's no way I see, like, you know, and I'm an investigator. All my friends know. Y'all, when we were younger, I used to be able to break in anyone's voicemail. Like, ask my friends about me, okay? There's no way I see a guy and I see his family represented on his page or his social media and feel like he could afford me too and all his children. Now, sometimes you don't know people's situation. I refuse to take money out of any child's mind because I want to let no one do that to my child. So it's just like, and it's not, you know, because I understand children. I think sometimes people brag about being able to make babies, but don't brag about being able to take care of those babies.
That is true.
So I think that's the difference. Like, I'm tired of hearing guys be like, I put it down. Like, I got 10 kids. Okay, nigga, but how many of those kids are you able to afford to let go on a field trip? How many can you put in camp? How many can you make sure they have breakfast, lunch, dinner, a snack?
A lot of these guys that talking all that stuff, they're very reachable, as in like you're seeing them everywhere. Without the kids. Though.
Yeah.
They're
and
not
children
doing
are a
anything
blessing.
with their kids. They're not taking their kids anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not just the father too. There's a lot of mom out there. They every goddamn where and they ain't doing shit with
at parties kids. All the time, but yet their kids have snotty noses and not waiting with tissue. No, I agree completely. I feel it goes both ways, right? Because even, and I could say this, and I don't care who gets mad at me, even worse than a bad father to me is a bad mother. And that being said, we carry those babies, you guys. And I'm the type of woman, and I think more so than anything, I hold it so dearly because I'm someone who had problems carrying babies. My daughter is pregnancy number 5. And so I have taken some of that, you know, I don't think people understand being able to make a child is one thing, but being able to actually, it's a blessing. And I just sometimes I can't appreciate a bad mother. Like, I don't care how, if your child's 18, 21, 34, 54, you're still a mother. So for you to give up on your child, no dick in the world, no job in the world, nothing will ever come before my daughter. I even said, if I get married again, and I told, you don't come before my child. I don't give a fuck who you are. I know what they say in the Bible. I know biblically. I believe in God. I am never putting no man besides God before my child. So, you know, I think more than a bad father, it's a bad mother for me because we're the ones who have that bond with that child, right? We carry that baby for 9 months, some people 10 months, you know, or even if you carry that baby a shorter time. How can you not be a mother?
But, yeah, I think the main thing is, I think people got to do their research. They got to do their research.
How do you do that?
You got to, well, for one, try your best not to rush your relationship.
Huh?
Try to understand the person that you're talking to, because sometimes things seems beautiful in the beginning, but then later on it changed. You end up starting to understand the person that you're talking to. And that goes for even men too. There's a lot of relationship out here where people talking to a person and then later on they like, yo, where the fuck is this person came from? Like, who's this nigga?
Because people always show the better version of themselves.
Of course, because you're trying to impress that person, and that's why in the beginning it's always great. It's the later on shit where you starting to figure out some shit. You start realize that the person that you're talking to is not what you thought they really are. So sometimes maybe we are rushing it, and then now you're pregnant with a person that there is no longevity, and then this thing is just short, and then now who's getting hurt?
The baby.
The baby. The kids end up growing up without a father. The kids end up growing up without a good mother. Some kids growing up without father and mother. The mother is there, but she's not there. She's everywhere. The father is there and he's not there. Listen.
Yeah.
I've been to a girl house one time and I'm fucking her. I didn't even know there was a crib was in the house. And this girl I'm fucking her from the back. Sorry, I had to get real ratchet with this
okay.
shit.
We love
so
that.
I'm hitting it from the back, and when I look, I saw a baby standing up in the crib, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I jumped up and grabbed the sheet, but she looks very comfortable, like this shit happened before.
Oh,
and I'm like, I just like, bruh, like, there's no way you bring me in your house to fuck, and you didn't even let me know there's a kid in the fucking room. I didn't know. I swear on God, I didn't know. But I'm just saying, like,
that's trifling.
This is not a girl that I'm like.
I know.
I was with.
Yeah.
But
you were just getting fucked.
You just fucking. But mothers also. You having kids, you can't be out here fucking another nigga and you tapping the baby on the back trying to go to sleep while y'all take our bacas. The kid's gonna be growing up and doing the same fucking thing that you just did.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful.
I think too, and one main reason, well, for one, you know, I don't just allow, like I said, anyone around my child. But two, one thing I wish both my sister parents would have done differently, our father and our mother, was not introduce us to everyone they were with. We met so many stepmoms, we met so many stepdads. It wasn't like, oh, I'm dating you for like a year or two, then you meet my kids. Ty, we met everyone, didn't we?
It was a big competition.
We met everyone, and I feel like that has like impacted so much because I used to like literally, I used to tell our mom, I'm like, Mom, you're awful at being married. Stop being fucking married. Like, you are not good at this. You have not aced this. But then when you and I, we talked about this. My mom was like one of the lucky ones, right? She always gets taken care of, right? So it's just like, you know.
Imagine if you was a boy though, and you see your father doing that. You're gonna grow up thinking. You're gonna mimic that type of situation.
But is it worse for a female to see their father doing that?
No, it's you're probably gonna look more at your mom. I think I could be wrong though.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna look at your mom and be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think boys gonna look at their dad more. Because I never really look at my mom and say I want to do what. If anything, I'm trying to do the right thing, like more like the positive side of shit. But like, I'm looking at my dad and see him talking to every girl, and I'm like, maybe I want to do the same shit. Or if my father dressed and looked fly, I want to look fly too. But I never really look at my mom and say I want to dress like my mom.
I hope not, boo.
Right. So I feel like the girl would more mimic her mom and see her mom. If her mom was doing this style of thing in her relationship, and that's why I did that whole fake shit with my daughter's mom, just for my daughter. I could be doing something. I think we could be doing something stupid at the
Yeah.
time, but I felt like me and the mom talked about it, and we was like, yo, we don't want her to see us separated. At least try to fake it, make it look like we're in a relationship until you actually find that guy and I find that girl, and then we say, hey, this is your mother-in-law. And believe me, when I did talk to another female, me and the mom talked about that too, and she was like, okay, well, let's go on a date, a dinner date.
Yeah.
So we all, she bring her husband, I bring my girlfriend, and I bring my son, and we all could clash right there, and you could see the type of female that I'm talking to, and I see the type of guy that you're talking to that's going to be around my kid's life. Not everybody do shit like that.
No, not at all.
Not everybody do shit like that.
I know even for me, it's been guys who have children, right? And I literally have been the one, I'm not comfortable with meeting them right away. And culture-wise, it's different too, Wayne, if you think about it, right? Because certain cultures believe you incorporate people immediately. Like, literally, it's just like, this is who I'm with, this is going to be around, like, this is your uncle, your aunt, right? You heard that before. But I think, too, it's different for everyone. I just said I would not, like, I can't respect a woman who has, and I can speak from being a woman, someone who has men or women, whoever they date, in and out of their child's life or children's life. Like, because what precedent does that set for them? Like, growing up, you would think my sister's childhood was ideal, right? We never wanted for nothing. We had Barbie dolls all in our rooms. We had everything we could ever wanted. We don't know what it's like being hungry. We were spoiled growing up. And then, like, literally, like, it changed in what? I was 5, my sister was 7. Me and my sister, you guys, this is so crazy, but this is a true story. We show our mom where our dad's girlfriend lived.
What's the age difference with both of them?
We're not even 2 years apart.
2 years apart?
Not even. Ty's a couple months. Ty literally is like 20 months older than me.
Your mom doing it out there.
But her siblings, like, she's 16 months, and then my dad, all his siblings are like a year to 2. So.
Not like me growing up. My younger sister is 10 years from me. So, and then my mom locked me in prison, so I didn't get to go outside like everybody do. So I literally was playing around with myself. I don't want to fire for that thought there. Right? But I mean, like, literally, like, I would pick up any goddamn can, and that would be a person, and that's who I talk to, and I would just talk. So
it's similar, because even though we're not that, my sister's still like my mom, like my older sister. Like, she's the one who cooked. She's one, of course, I always clean, because my sister's like, I'm not doing the floor. She was a princess. But, like, literally, she would be the one who cooked and everything. My mom didn't cook for me growing up. She did, my sister. So it's a whole different dynamic. So that's why I'm like, that's my sister. There's no rules to it, right? There's no instructions. But my mom did what she saw. She didn't see her mom cooking. And some people used to make jokes, that's because your mom not all black. That's why you didn't grow up in a whole black. Oh my God, it's nothing to do with it. A parent is a parent no matter what their race. But it was different. Like, my mom's mom was white, and we grew up differently. Like, we didn't have to say yes ma'am, no ma'am. Like, Sam would tell you, like, my mom be like, hey, you see my daughter, let me know. And people would be like, what? Like, you know what? But we didn't have structure growing up. Even with our dad, right? Everyone thinks because he's a Jamaican man, like, no, we grew up with my dad throwing parties. Like, we would be 5, 6, 7, 8 in the house when he throwing parties till like 5 in the morning. So we didn't have structure. Like, I remember the first time I had alcohol, I was like 7. I called my mom when I was over my dad's house. She was like, why is your dad letting you drink? But it just stopped there. So it's just like our structure was completely different.
That's the thing now. Like, we need more real dads. It's very small of us. But there's a lot of us are out there that's trying to do the best we can and being a real father. But we just need a little bit more. And also we need more support from a lot of these females to not be so hard on the guys. I mean, for the ones that's actually trying. Listen, I've been to court for a fucking speeding ticket, and I've seen niggas in court crying on different cases. You ever been to a court, like, to see some shit like that? I see one guy, he was talking about, man, every time I come here, y'all keep taking my license, and now I can't get a job, and I can't pay my child support, and this shit just getting worse. I literally came up with a whole movie script to talk about child support. I don't want to talk about that shit because you never really hear on the guy
You
side
don't.
of it,
You
the guy
don't.
perspective of it. Because I've heard guys that said, "Hey, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I was talking to a girl on the side. She know I had a main girl, and she ended up getting pregnant. Yeah, I fucked up, but she kept that baby thinking that I was gonna leave that girl to come over here, and it never happened. And you know what she did? She put him on child support and he was really, I know he was doing this. He was giving her money and doing stuff, but she wanted more. There's a lot of girls want more when there was nothing there to begin with, and it was just a sex situation. And he was doing the best he can, and I think the guy that should be on child support is the guy that's not doing shit.
the fucking bum who don't even want to spend time with the
But
kids.
even the guy that's good is being on child support, and that's just not fair for everybody. I think the system need to really, whatever rule they set years ago, we in 2024 right now. There's some things need to change and stop being so lenient more on the female side of it. Because if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and because that's a whole nother topic that we could have to talk about. Because
and wait, I want to put it in perspective too, right? So when you have a child, you have a financial obligation to care for your child. Okay, if you're not going to be there physically, emotionally, mentally, you should have to pay up. Now we all know that people are trying, so that's when I think a little grace needs to come into play. Okay. So if a man is like, I'm picking my child up from school, I'm preparing dinner while the mom's at work or whatever with other kids. If the man is trying, I feel there should be some grace. The worst thing I said was, I don't want my daughter in the system. I said that when I was pregnant.
If you look, it's only in America.
I know.
Because at Jamaica,
I know.
Ain't no child support. It's
I know.
war support.
I know.
A war
Yeah,
support.
I'm with you on this.
War support. War. What?
No,
You ain't gonna give me no.
Come sit beside.
The guy come. Hello. How you doing?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, Jamaica war support. If you don't have no money, and you know how to take care of the picnic, we come out your yard and we'll wait for you outside. That's how the woman them deal with it. They is America is run a little bit differently, where it's more catered to females versus men. Even if the guy is trying, sometimes it's just trying, and not every. And look, and you know what another system is too that I've seen, because I've heard different conversation where, say for instance, say you're making 100,000, you met a nigga that make 70,000 or 60,000 a year, right? We fooling around. Sometimes girls in the beginning, they don't really look at the income of it. They look at more like, yo, I like this guy, and he's very attractive. At the time, I'm not talking to anybody. I just want some dick. I'm just looking at him for dick. But then sometimes the dick is so nice where you like the dick to the point where now you're in a relationship. And now you're in a relationship, and you don't want this nigga to leave. So you got eating up in you. You're like, you know what? I'm keeping this baby. Because at this point, you're not going anywhere. This dick is permanent. This good dick that I like is not leaving me, right? So, but let's backtrack to the point where you was making 100,000 and this nigga making 60,000. It's two different bracket. Now you want the baby to go to some expensive ass fucking school because you're making a whole lot of money, but he need to put up the exact amount that you're putting in. I want you to listen to what I'm saying, because this shit do happen. Because I've heard this before from other people, where they look at the guy like he's not doing what he's supposed to do, but when you really look at it, his income is not as really high as yours, and you want the baby to live a certain lifestyle. Now you're forcing this nigga to tell him in what list he need to do better with himself. But you met him like when he was. You met him like that. You never heard of that before? Am I just foreign to you? You never heard that before?
No,
Where a guy, you're not looking at him. You need to put up the same amount of that you're putting, and if not, child support. I've seen that before. I've heard that from a dude before, where the girl saying he's not giving enough. So if he's giving $200 every 2 weeks or every week, or if for the month he's giving $500 or $400. there are niggas out there not giving jack
I
shit.
know.
He's not even there.
Yeah.
But you saying $400, he need to give more because you putting up that amount of money too, and plus you got listen.
Yeah.
Having a kid is not cheap.
No.
Having a kid is not cheap, and I think they in school they maybe should have fucking class for this shit.
Yeah.
I was just saying that to me. I said like anything else in life worth having. You gotta have a degree, a license, a certificate. Kids should be the same way.
Kids and your credit should be a class
the
for
most
that.
important thing you will ever, if you decide to have children, children not for everybody. Let me just get that straight. Children are not for everybody.
Yeah,
but if you decide that you want to bring a life into this world, there needs to be some tests you have to pass.
Mentally too.
Because mentally, physically, emotionally, because in our community, and I can only speak in my community, we are having these children with no concern.
No concern of the kid.
We don't know the man. We don't know the woman. We don't know anything about their family, anything about their emotional state, their credit, their history, their discipline. Like I'm really strict on like you cannot physically hurt my child. Put your hands on my child. I don't play that. Right? So when I decided to have a child, it was with somebody I knew for 3 years. We were just friends. One of the reasons why I was attracted to him, even though we did not work out, we co-parent fine, because he was a very kind man to his children. If you are not a kind man at this point in my life, we cannot talk. We cannot have any conversation. I don't want anybody yelling and fussing because I mean I do raise my voice. I'm not a perfect parent, but I am cautious of how I react when I'm under stress because my children are going to pick that up and go throughout their life and do it and emulate that. So I really feel like in our community we need to stop having these children with people who we do not know. Okay, get to know the person, and kids are not for everybody. Please do not let society tell you missing out on life if you do not have children. I know a lot of wonderful women who decided they did not want to have children. If you do, you need to go start therapy. Start healing from your childhood trauma. Learn how to regulate your emotions.
That's important.
I learned how to regulate emotions because if you and that man are not together anymore, right? And he brings another woman around that child, please stop acting crazy, ignorant, and disrespectful. If you have a conversation with this woman, you say, okay, this is my boundaries. Like I met the father of my child, his new woman. I was very polite for her. I personally do like her. And all I said to her was, don't put your hands on my child. Whatever you guys do, I wish you guys the best, but don't, because I want her to know that I said that. Like, don't put your hands on my child. But of course you can discipline my child. My child doing something wrong.
Correct.
Yes, she's a child. You can say no. Don't do this. I'm not like that. You know what I mean? But don't put your hands on my child. The only way a parent, men or women, a parent should keep the child away from another parent is if the child is in danger. Physically or mentally. You're abusing that child some way, not even child support. Nothing will keep me or my child away from her father. I had one child. I can't do this again, so I was going to make sure I do it right. And I really feel like if he's a good man, don't put that man on. I don't really believe in child support. I really don't. I won't put the father of my child on child support because he was good to me. He helped me start my business. He's a good, like, why am I putting him on child support? Even one month, it's been months, he's like, I can't do it right now. I'm like, okay. Because I'm like, okay, I'm in the situation I am now financially because he helped me out. You know what I mean? And we have a good, I called him the other day. I was like, I need you to move this mattress. He was like, okay, you can use my truck. I broke my back. You can use, that's how relationship we have. Like, some people can't even call it, you know what I mean? Because of because they can't let certain things go.
And my father got a shitload of money, and I don't get child support from him.
I think what we decided to have these children, we just got, some things are like, some people do change when they decide to have children though. Like some things you know.
Listen, and not because you're in a relationship. A relationship don't define, it's not everybody, like you said, can be a parent.
Yeah. No.
And sometimes a lot of people their goddamn parents fuck them up so bad. They don't even know what to do when they having a fucking kid.
Yeah.
And not because and let me tell you this too.
Generational trauma.
And not because you watch a baby for somebody for 2 days or 3 days, that means you're a goddamn parent. And you know how to have kids and you're gonna be a goddamn parent.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
No.
That don't mean nothing. And we just gotta and we just lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
We need
to.
There should be some
It should be mandatory therapy.
Yeah.
You know how to regulate your emotions.
Because I don't believe in hitting children.
Hey yo, and another thing too.
I believe that teaches the environment.
Another thing, and I've done this too.
Yeah.
You men, and I'm not. And for one thing, with me, I don't just be on one section of the fence, on one side of the fence.
Yeah.
I talk on both sides.
We know.
A lot of these men too.
Yeah.
You can't be selfish.
Mm.
Just the same way how you want to go out and have fun, you also gotta let her go out and do something. Especially with me, the thing with me when I'm talking, like even with my baby mother, if me and her not together, I'm not fucking going back there to fuck. Like the fucking is over. I'm done with the fucking.
Thank you.
We just
Thank you.
I just co-parent, and then
Yeah.
I co-parent, and also just because I'm out,
I feel tired.
I'm single, and I'm co-parent. I'm co-parenting, right?
Yeah.
I'm also out here fucking, right?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying my dick getting sucked
We
too.
know.
I want her to go out there to go fuck and go do her shit.
Like
I don't want to intervene on what she got going
It's not
on.
like even to be about her. She can just go on a girl's trip.
I don't give a fuck what she do. That's basically what I'm
Comedy
saying.
show. Look, you know.
I don't care what she do.
No double dipping.
I'm over here doing me. You over there doing
And we
you.
got to talk about when the man is no longer with the woman. Sometimes he leaves that kid.
Yes.
And because I don't want to deal with you. We not on good terms. You forget about
But you know what?
We gotta stop doing that in our community. We gotta stop doing that.
I could say this though. I could say this though. Off experience. Sometimes a lot of females are hard to deal with. So sometimes I'm trying to deal with my kid, but to go through the goddamn the wall before I get to the kid, it's hard to get to my kid because of the goddamn wall that is over
That's
there.
why I said.
And you gotta now, and that teach me that I gotta learn the type of woman that I'm talking to.
Yeah, you
because not every woman is easy. Yo, if the relationship is spicy in the beginning, I don't want no fucking kid with that type of woman. I'm very picky with the type of woman I talk to.
Yeah.
I don't want the spicy girl.
Yeah.
Because when you get that spicy girl pregnant,
Spicy girl.
The one who's already like, and it's the chaos, the toxic.
The going back and forth.
Yeah,
Scorpio's like toxic bullshit.
I don't like the arguing. I say what I say and I walk away from it.
Nobody plays a better game than Scorpio than get somebody before they get them.
Girl!
Y'all just think somebody out to get y'all.
Girl,
y'all need to get yourself.
Yeah, they do.
Somebody out to get y'all. Nobody out to get y'all.
Hey, yo, you
know, relax.
I'm Aquarius.
Listen,
but that's why Scorpio can't get over.
You know, some people.
I like Scorpio. I love Scorpio.
Yeah, she's
listen.
Y'all play that game. Somebody's out to get y'all.
Somebody else can't play games on me.
Nobody's out to get y'all. Calm down.
All right, you know how some people be doing all these texting. A girl, like your girl would say something to you and you respond with blah 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 blah, and you gotta get your point across. And girls trying to go get a point across with the type of guy they're talking to. Like I had a girl that I even block her and she sent me an email or text. That's a whole other level of shit. But this is the thing with me though. This is the thing with me, right? This is the thing with me, right? If I say what I say, and you saying all this shit after, you could say a gazillion shit after.
You won't respond.
I'm already responding. I'm done.
He won't respond.
I don't even open the message.
No, me neither.
I don't even read the message. All this shit that you saying, I'm not even reading none of that shit.
You lost me at the
You lost me in the beginning of the shit. That's why I respond to the shit.
Yeah.
And I make sure I respond to the shit that's gonna hurt your soul.
Yeah.
I'm not a nigga that's out here beating girls and doing all this.
No.
I'm a person that I can hit
Get up the pussy. That's it.
I can hit you with words and that shit hurt you because I know how to speak.
Yeah, but I don't
Yo, it'll be like you bad drive.
so sensitive.
It'll be like you bad drive a white person, right? And versus a black person.
Yeah.
A black person. Yo, go suck your mama. I'm gun finger. I want to pull you over. I'm do all this shit. Me, a white person. You bad drive them. They drove past you like this. And then you can't even say nothing because this is all you get.
Yeah.
And you want to say something and it's just like, how do you respond to somebody that's not even paying you attention? And that's what I am. I know how to say what I'm saying. And I'm done with it.
I'm good with that.
I'm not into arguing. The arguing shit is too much energy trying to argue with one person.
It's not worth it.
Why am I going to argue with one person when I could just say what I
Words
can
to me hurt deeper than physical, and that's why I say like a person. If we're not kind to each other, once we lose respect, it's done. Once I lose respect for you, it's over.
Yeah.
So I'm very cautious when I talk to people that I say that I love and respect.
Yeah.
Because once you get to that point where y'all disrespectful,
it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
You can't go back to that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to ever disrespect.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy for a long time.
Girl, isn't it amazing?
I have not dated in years. I'm the next person that I'm going to decide to be with will be directly from God. We're going to have the most respect for each other. We're going to handle each other with so much care. We're going to love each other. We're going to respect each other.
Hold on. Let me say something, yo. Now for this, hey, yo, let me ask y'all a question, yo. Because I hear this a lot. You see how she just said that, my man? She said, I haven't in a relationship in years. When a girl say that, right? What?
No fucking. Okay.
See, you ain't fucking.
I was funny because I was talking about you to my client. I was talking
Me?
Yeah, because I said I've been celibate for years. I said I got my closest friend. We more like family. Me and today we have a long history. We're like friends, but we're more like family.
I'll go to
But like I was saying, I have a friend who I like, and I think I influenced her a little bit to be. But she'll text me be like, "Are we still celibate?" I'm like, "Girl, why you girl? You want to go ahead?" She's like, "I'm just checking. Are we still celibate? Okay, I'm gonna be good." So my client's been celibate for 13 years.
Damn.
Right. I
don't know.
I don't know if I want to go that long. I don't aspire to go that long. I can go probably another couple of years.
But she's never been my horse
But
friend
13 years? No.
Hey, yo,
I've never been permissive.
No, she's never been permissive.
I'm sitting here waiting for her to answer the question that I.
What did you say? I don't know.
What did you say?
Wait, what you say?
I ask you for y'all females that be using this. What the word is?
Celibate, abstain. I'm abstaining.
So,
you don't know the word?
So no, I know the word, but y'all use it so much. I want to hear y'all. Yeah, okay. So
why?
You're telling me right now in 2024, and with on TV land that you're not fucking.
No,
she's not.
In over 2 years.
Over 2 years.
Yeah. And I also.
So wait, let me see your finger.
He can't believe that.
Let me see your finger.
Why? That's not.
Why did she masturbate?
What's the hand? Which one of them? You got
masturbated?
You got very rough. You're very aggressive with it. Huh?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm not putting anything
So she's never been promiscuous.
No, I'm not.
So you're telling me right now, right, that you.
Why is it hard to believe?
No, I didn't say.
He knows me.
I never. No. It's not. It's not that. It's not.
Do anything.
No.
Tanae's always been. This is how Tanae's. Oh, I've been on Tanae since I was 14. She's always been like that.
No,
and
I'm not saying. I'm not. This don't have nothing to do
but
with
this
her.
is the thing.
This
the
question that I'm asking is only because listen. I fuck girls that tell me that they're celibate.
No.
And I'm still fucking them.
Well, you broke them.
Well, that's
so
not
I'm just curious to know, like, are you really, or are you just using a word? That's why I'm asking.
Really,
and
really.
so how does that?
But I also don't date. That's another thing. I decided not to date.
Yeah.
So I'm not dating.
And dating
Nobody
means sex with
entertaining
her.
me. Like when somebody asks to talk to me, I just say that I made a conscious decision for my healing journey to not date, like to not have a situation, to not have.
Every time it gets really nice, we gotta stop. But I want 4 more
It's
minutes.
easy,
from this.
ladies. Easy.
Because I want to
4
ask.
minutes?
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
very easy
Okay.
to be celibate
Yeah.
in 2024.
Yeah.
I can speak for her
Yeah.
because the emotional ties and the bonds with sex.
But I want to ask.
Yeah.
This is a very.
Because if I have sex with you, I don't know how to. I'm in love with you, and it's like I don't know how to. I'm working
Separate.
through that. I'm
Yeah.
working through that. So I'm like, okay.
And I just
If you treat me bad, I will leave. I'm not that dumb and deluded.
So I want
If
to
you
ask
treat
a
me bad, I
question.
will leave. But I don't know how to. So it's like I have
Separate
to.
the two.
Yes.
Mhm.
Some
Yeah.
people can just have sex.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Can I ask
I'm
a
not like
question?
that, and I'm not gonna lie.
So I want to ask you a question, right? So, what do you do? All right, let me. First question is, do you not feel horny? Like you don't feel horny?
I mean,
Because-
sometimes, but not to the point where I'm gonna sleep with somebody who hasn't earned me.
No.
Who I feel like
I'm not asking that far of it. I'm just asking.
that's
I just
natural
want
to
you
be horny,
answer.
but I
Yeah.
don't.
So
I
what do you
control
do?
my
What do you do?
vagina.
I know. And the
I
reason
don't
why
let
I'm
it control
asking.
me.
All right, let me just hold on for a second.
That's why I love you.
The reason why I'm asking these questions, I'm asking these questions only because maybe people out there don't know, and not it's not a debate.
No,
I'm just asking.
understood.
So you're saying you do or you don't?
We
You're
asked her,
horny?
did she masturbate?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so but what do you do to maintain you picking? So, and also, do you not find the right person, or you're
No,
just
I haven't
not
found the
you,
right
or you just don't want no one? Right?
No, right now I'm not dating. I'm working through that with my therapist. Right now I'm not dating. I'm trying to open myself up to date. But I did talk to this guy for one day and I blocked him.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
proud that
He
I
wasn't the
dated
right
because
one.
when men come up to me, I just say I'm married. No, if you just say I'm married, I'm very polite. I'm
Yeah.
very polite to men. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm married. Thank you so much. You're so
Yeah.
kind. And men just say, okay, have a good day.
Yeah.
If I don't give them my number, if I don't give a chance, it never really gets to that point.
Can I be
How
honest,
do you
Wayne?
feel? How do you
I feel
feel?
amazing. I've
Yeah.
never
Do
felt
you
so
feel
good.
as you? It's
I never
like,
looked so good. I have
Yeah.
so much peace and
You have a lot of
solitude and
energy.
explain. Yeah.
do you feel
I'm
like?
a great mom.
Do
We
you
do
feel
so many
like? Do
things
you feel
together. I have a
like? Do you
business
feel like
already.
being single? I feel like I'm now gonna be like what you. Okay, so do you feel like being single make you feel more free versus if you would? Do you feel like now that you're not talking to someone, do you feel like you're missing out on something? Or do you
Absolutely
like,
not.
No?
I never felt that way as a woman. What's
Yeah.
for me is for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What God has for me
Yeah.
is for me. I never
Yes.
ever in my life felt like I'm
Mhm.
missing out on
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Because
So-
I'm I'm a defined
Yeah.
feminine woman.
Yes.
So what is for me will never miss me.
Yeah.
And I'm in alignment.
Yeah.
So I don't miss anything.
Mm.
Like I remember when Tanae reached out to me, I was really sad. I was going through something. She reached out to me and I was really, I don't want to get too into it. I don't want to get emotional.
Yeah.
But when she reached out to me, I was in a very dark place. It had nothing to do with a man. It was just something.
Yeah.
I was missing somebody. And that was God. Because I'm protected and connected. It was like, oh my God, this is God.
Yeah.
So I never ever feel like I'm missing on anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like what God has for me is for me. So I'm just on this journey of getting better, working out, going to therapy, working on my finances.
Yeah.
I have Tanae, she's like the most important person besides my daughter and my nephew. Like I love her. Like our bond is so it's like I have everything I need. A relationship is to me it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Like it's a compliment. You know what I mean? It's not like the be all. Because I could really be
She's
single.
really
for
emotional. Y'all know I'm getting emotional.
I could really be single like this for the rest of my life because I'm so full with love. Like
Yeah.
I have my friends, I have my daughter, I have Tanae's daughter, like I have my nephew. I'm raising my nephew because his parents are both deceased. So I'm like so fulfilled. What I desire healthy partnership, I do. But
So-
it doesn't
So let me ask you a question. I know right now that, and you're in your 30s, 20s.
I'm in 41.
You're 41. You're in your 40s.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're in your 40s. In the long run, I feel like you guys are my co-hosts right now.
Yeah.
So in the long run, right? In the long run, do you see yourself with someone, or you rather just be like this till the whatever?
No, I do desire partnership. I was talking to I want us to. I do desire a healthy partnership. Like I'm whole, he's whole.
Yes.
I'm not trying to fill the void.
Yeah.
He's not trying to fill the void. When I'm going through things, I kind of like shut down. I'm learning through that's a trauma response. I'm learning through that with my therapist.
Yeah.
But when I'm so focused on certain things, so I feel like the person will come.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be single family. But I desire a healthy partnership.
Yes. Not just anyone.
Not just anyone.
No.
Like we're both working together. We're both coming together. I can't. There's so many things. What I desire. I was talking to my therapist about this. What I desire my mate had nothing to do with money, and it had nothing to do with the way he looked. None of those things. It had nothing to do with how much he made. It had nothing to do with the way he looked.
His heart.
It was strictly his character. Strictly his character. And so to me, it's like I know a lot of men who have lots of money.
Yeah.
And their character is deplorable.
Yes.
They have no respect for women.
My father, he's rich as shit.
Yeah, they have no respect for women. Their outlook on life is disgusting. They're not kind. They're not good people. So no, like y'all be one of these men with all this money and stuff like this.
Both of y'all, right?
Yeah.
What if
and can I say this real quick, Wayne? We're women, and if I'm not like tuning out on one, we get women and men who talk to us.
Right.
And we're not just
But this is my thing, right? But what if both sides of the fence was doing that? How the world would be right now? If men was not rushing as our men is right now, that we all got to knock down as many pussy out there in the world, and how many girls gotta feel so horny and gotta fuck everybody. You know what? Then now people's mind would be thinking differently.
Yeah,
we would be more focused on bettering ourselves and healing ourselves.
I love sex, but not everyone can say they had me.
But in this era right now,
I love sex.
Around you, right? Around you, everybody makes sex.
They do as a hot.
Even if it's not just female, female do too, but men, there's a lot of guys, as soon as we stop talking to a girl, we got to jump right back into something quick.
You're not healed.
And then you're not fully healed, and then you like...
And you fuck up the next one.
And then that's why so many of us, could you imagine, how many kids you got?
I have one.
You have one.
We keep it there, babe. No more.
Could you imagine could you imagine thinking like how you're thinking now when you just got out of high school?
She's always been level-headed like that.
No, but you probably wouldn't be with one. You would have probably found the right one. Your mind wouldn't be so just talk to anything. You would have made the right decision. Yeah. And this is what I'm telling a lot of my friends, like especially female friends. Yeah. I'm like, yo, you calling me and you telling me, yo, nigga, let me tell you what this nigga did, and he's like this, and he's doing this. I can't believe this shit. And then you stop talking to him, and then they go right back to the nigga, or they go right back to the streets where they start partying a lot, they start doing a lot of stuff. So their mind is not fully clear, and then they just jump in relationship, and then now they got a bunch of other chickens.
They're empty inside.
They're empty inside too, and they all flock together. One of the chickens was walking together, and they all teaching each other the same chicken shit.
Can I tell you, two have
and they all just doing the same type of shit. And
everybody
now just whores because everybody just thinking the same direction.
Can I tell you, it's not attractive when a man just has a woman to me. It's not. When a man just fucks around, that's not attractive. No.
But let me tell you something with that. But listen, let me answer that question. Not with the type of music that we all listening to right now. That's telling us say you can take a girl man and you can do this and girl pussy, my pussy better, and that's why I'm come over here. So the music right now, there's no R&B music that telling you that you should go love someone.
R&B Thursdays on my page.
Earlier we was listening to R&B, right? There's no R&B telling people. That's the thing. You see, back then versus now, I'm not saying niggas and girls was doing the crazy shit. It wasn't so many like how it is now. You see, back then we had music. we had
listen to
music.
Luther. We
Yeah.
listen to
Right, we
Anita
had
Baker.
music that was
That's what I
separating.
thought.
That's what me and Tanae listen to.
We had music that was separating.
Yeah, I want to
The
be your
hoes
man. I want to be your
from
woman.
from the respectable woman
Brown
and
booty
people
hole.
with morals.
Yeah.
When I tell you that morals
But
is
don't
not
you
even
think?
around
Don't you
right
think
now,
that's on purpose
Yeah.
to target our
Yeah.
culture, our community?
Yeah.
that's a whole
Sexy
different
red.
topic.
Yeah.
I could get on that
Okay.
topic.
Shit.
I'm
ready for that topic.
Brown. What other
Okay.
color would it be? Red?
Let me tell you
Was
that
she
topic.
banging in it? What the fuck?
They want us to think like that.
Please, ladies, please be exclusive. Please,
You
love
have
your
to. It's
body.
not cute when
It's
everyone
not
can say they had
cute.
you. Loving the crew is not cute.
When
And we're gonna talk
people
about
can
that.
say that everybody had you,
No.
love yourself. Take some time
Yes.
to learn who you are. It's okay.
Yes.
Get a hobby.
Yeah.
Stop going from man to
To
man
man.
to man.
Yes.
Stop having babies with like
Yeah.
just it's
Yo, you remember
okay.
when
I
AIDS?
love-
You remember when AIDS was the big thing?
Oh yeah.
I know
Everybody
still is, but people
No,
act like
but
AIDS is gone.
yo, nobody talk about AIDS. You hear more about cancer versus AIDS. Tell me if you don't hear more about cancer than AIDS.
Yeah,
It's out here.
That's true. Shit. I
It's
love
out
sex,
here.
but only the right man gets it off from me.
Yeah, but
Only I don't care how much.
Then when I
you
do
know
decide to sleep with someone,
Mhm.
hopefully it's my future husband. We're going to get tested.
Yes,
together.
yes.
I listen.
Yeah.
Clean.
And what you're
black.
saying,
Yeah.
I'm definitely applauding her
Yes.
with her decision because that's very rare. I hear something like
Is it gonna
that.
change you?
Huh? No, I mean, sometimes, let me tell you something. Jesus, right? Even Jesus, they go in that wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights.
Wait.
Sometimes people have to build them own self and be
Yeah.
and separate from
Yeah.
the world and build yourself.
Yeah.
That's good.
If not, your mind
Yeah.
not function straight. And
Yeah.
and this generation on the way out, the government want us to not be too smart. And I
Yes.
know they not be too smart.
Yes.
That would be another
But they're gonna
topic.
hate us.
I could talk about that shit for days.
They're gonna hate us.
Those are the shit that I like talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
But they want us to not to be too smart
Yeah.
and do
Yeah, they
dumb
want to dumb
shit
us
Yeah.
down.
and have more people just living reckless and when the last time you hear people talking about church like how they, you know what I'm saying, like back in the day.
That's a whole nother.
Church and love
No.
music, R&B music used to calm us down, yo.
Let me tell
But
you.
yeah, but
That's
go ahead.
what we're in the car. We're not blasting no sexy red. We have Anita Baker and
Luther
Luther on. Okay, so. But guys, we have to take a break. We can get back to this at another time, but we'll be back literally in 5 minutes, okay? He said, she said.